So, welcome to how I went from secret agent to six figures plus attracting clients online. I noticed recently when I was taking licensing education that a lot of the folks that are in the real estate business don't really understand that we are in the marketing business. And they're actually teaching people that are coming out of real estate school today that it's a down cycle and you shouldn't be really buying advertising. And I believe that any advertising that you spend should pay for itself, and that you should never stop advertising. Whenever the recession ends, you want to be coming out on top. And just as a little test, as soon as I finished that module in that training program, I went and started up a Facebook ad campaign on my street text platform. And in less than an hour and a half, I had $1.50 lead for somebody that was looking for new construction in an area that I specialize in. Who am I? My name is EdHooksJr. I have been practicing real estate since 2011. Prior to that, I have an extensive list of opportunities to learn from commercial construction and engineering, primarily fire protection. I've been a software developer. I've developed consumer products. And more recently, I'm back into software again, and I've developed a mobile app called Expect My Call. It's my legendary follow-up app. Move people from suspects to clients by being synchronized in their activities, not focused on my own needs as a salesman.
Marketing is the biggest driver to business results in the world. Sales is amazing, and I love being a salesman, but sales is just bad marketing. Marketing is the most important thing in the world.
So Gary Vee is on point. We are in the marketing business. So marketing is messaging. We got to get our messages out. The old tactics taught ritually, they either do not scale or they're just completely wrong for the times. Calling up somebody today to ask them if they're going to sell their house or if they know anybody that's going to sell their house today so I can get a commission is not attraction marketing. We want to build deep networks. The more people we know, the more people we add to our networks, the more the limit raises on our earning potential. Becoming known is essential for a success to cut through the noise right now. There's so much noise out there, and everybody knows a realtor. Market share gains that you make in this economy right now, you will retain those people. This program is for you if you're thinking of the future, making your own economy, if you want to succeed in building a real business, and if you feel like you're a secret agent tired of chasing deals. My motto last year was, I'm having a renaissance, not a recession. And it came true.
The fundamental is in every other industry, the brand manages the customer experience. In real estate, the agent manages the customer experience. So if you do a good job with your customers and you leave and go somewhere else, they're going to come back to you. Yeah. Doesn't matter where you're at. They don't care because they didn't encounter the brand at any point in that process. Yeah. And same thing, if you have a bad experience with a company, you may never go back to that company because of that shitty agent. So the brand can actually hurt you too. The bigger they are too. Some people have a bad experience. There's shitty agents at every company, including ours. Let's not pretend like we're perfect. We're not. There's shitty agents at every single company, but the agent is what controls the consumer experience. And that's why it doesn't matter where you're hanging your hat.
So Jay Kinder's one of my business partners and educators. He had a tremendously large, he was a Coldwell Banker global leader in sales. And he and Michael Reese created a coaching business for real estate agents. And those guys dial into marketing. They just really are. So we need to attract our own clients. Taking shares of fractions of deals from the team that we're on, the broker that we're with is just, it's an unsatisfying drudge, and it will never end until you quit. To do that, we're going to build brand you. We're going to make our search engine opportunities improve, and we're going to become known locally, maybe regionally, maybe nationally. Depends on the business that you would like to build for yourself. Everybody is somewhere, and everybody needs to go somewhere. This chart is the 8 stages of real estate. And we have everything from solopreneur to icon, I'm happy to share this with you. Just let me know if you'd like to have a copy of it for your own perusal. It describes everybody's station in life, no matter they're doing no deals or they're doing all the deals, or they're delegating all the deals, because now they've learned lead generation. I respect your time. Radical responsibility is essential, I believe, today to cut through the noise. It's easy to have point fingers and blame and this, that, and the other. I just say, bring me your problem and I'm going to solve it, because money changes hands when problems are solved. I don't care who created it. We're going to figure out how to solve it as quickly as possible and invest in this time for the solutions to happen. Everyone enrolls with radical responsibility. House rules. A lazy agent will not become celebrated. There's no easy buttons. Complacency kills. No get rich schemes. We do offer support, but your business is what you're building. I'm not offering a paid coaching pitch. There's no leverage in that. My time is about leverage. I want to leverage everything. I want to leverage referrals and teammates and lead generation and just leverage. I suffered from early success and bad habits for sure. I got comfortable a lot of times in my career in various, even before I made it into the real estate business. I was at my current brokerage for 2 years before I realized that there were people that had vast amounts of knowledge in marketing, real estate sales that were available to me. I actually came into real estate because my wife told me I needed a job. And anybody out there that has joined the real estate for the freedom of schedule should be laughing their ass off right now. You can tell your wife you're going to get a job, and she says, "Oh yeah, it's commission only sales in real estate." And hey, I did it. I had an inconsistent sales life. I started off in primarily property management, single family residential property management business, and we sold a lot of doors. Had brought a lot of landlords on, and I learned a lot, but it really was not beneficial and satisfying in it at all as developing a real estate business. As a transplant into the Denver market, I didn't really have a sphere of influence here. I spent half of my life, for the first 3 years that I lived in Colorado, I spent half of my life on an airplane as an IT director for a multinational company, and I was never here, so I didn't know anybody. I've been recruited and abandoned by broker after broker, small brands to very large global brands. Had real estate deals stolen from me. I've had intellectual property patents stolen from me. I've had entrepreneur debt to 100K, which made it difficult to remain married, but I still am. And I did have a steady diet of, you should have known, Ed, but I did change my habits for better results. I decided to go pro. Today, there are no bad days. There's 0 bad days. All circumstances are opportunities to fuel my prey drive. Man, this is uncomfortable. I need to get out of here. Taking information that's available, my effort, and my network of people that I've amassed and I continue to amass, I can solve any problem. I believe that. I found a coach early on that was from my former area of the country. His name's Ricky Caruth, and he has a program called Zero to Diamond. You can find him at zerotodiamond.com. And Ricky's thing was all about calling people you don't know in neighborhoods that you would like to be in and developing conversations with people. You get the conversation going with them. You get permission from them to get their email address and stay in contact with them in case they ever need help from you. You'll be in the inbox, blah, 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 blah. And you put them on a constant contact email list. I started doing that. It's a very low impact way to start lead generation. And anytime you have an open house opportunity, if there's an open house scheduled and it's not your open house, you can go and get data and you can circle dial around that open house. Hey, there's a house for sale right next door to you. How you doing? I'm Ed. I'd love to help you with any real estate needs you might have in the future. So prospecting is essential. Another coach that I found along the way was Coach Burt. And Coach Burt had a monster producer program that I really tuned into. And a monster producer is a legendary creature that combines multiple skill sets to dominate a market. Coach Burt brought to me the right mindset for sales. Math is undefeated, and sales is all about math. The best script in the world that you can have is to just ask a question and sit back and listen. Because when you're interested, you become more interesting to people. What makes you say that is one of my new favorite phrases since I've embarked on this mission. Who, not how. You listen for clues. How can I connect others for solutions that may or may not be real estate related? It's not about me. I'm here to help you get what you need. And people will actually know, like, and trust you just if you don't, the less you say. During pandemic years, I developed a need for a follow-up system that was in my hand. I wasn't going to be like Ricky Carruth and just throw away anybody that was outside of the 90-day window for being ready. He was transcribing a yellow legal pad, and he would work on the people that might do something in the next 90 days, and he would just cast all the rest of them away. The system is perfect. You find out what they're doing and what motivates them and how to get on their schedule, and then you get on their schedule and you stay on their schedule. So I developed Expect My Call, a mobile app in the Apple Store for iOS devices only at this time, so that I could have a 90-second conversation with you. I could get enough information to figure out what maybe the motivation might be in the future. And if you gave me permission to speak with you and we had some kind of a connection going, then I would put that client in as a contact, and I would create a follow-up for the next intentional touch, which is going to be, so, hey, how did graduation go? You guys still going to make a move? And I call them back in the right time. It's important to have only intentional touches. It's important to only get in a synchronization with the client potential. And that's how you turn suspects into clients. We need more people. We don't need more money. We don't, and we could use more time, but we're not going to get any more time.
On this episode, there is a better way, and it's called attraction. And it's not agent attraction, it's attraction. Whatever, you can attract anything. How do you attract people is by understanding the framework, understanding what governs the law of marketing, right? You know, you can go do videos, but you can leave out your call to action. You could have a bad headline. You could pick a bad topic. You could have a terrible thumbnail and no one will consume it. But again, once you learn those things and skills can be learned, what's that worth? Well, I don't know. One video could be worth $1 million. One video could be worth $1 million. I think it's worth the effort of investing your time into really thinking about your business going forward. Because what you don't want to do is look up 3 years from now and say, man, I wish I would have started doing this. It really, really works. This is amazing. I just wish I would have started 3 years ago.
So attraction marketing. The best reason for attraction marketing is the manufacturing of time. If I'm spending time with crappy leads from unreliable sources, instead of attracting people that are interested in talking to me and working with me, then all that time spent trying to convert somebody that's never going to turn into a client is just completely now recovered. So I studied how to become a person of interest with monster producers, and I've sought out expertise from lead gen masters, and conversations create closings. And it's math is undefeated. I just have to talk to more people and listen to more people, and I'll get in the way of more deals that are going on. So that's the first part. I have to accept responsibility that I need to find the people that are going to work with me, because if I don't, I'm going to waste a lot of time on people that aren't meant to work for me. So let's build brand new. Many businesses that are real businesses that have a brand, they have a style guide. You don't have to create a full-blown style guide ready for Madison Avenue marketing, but what creating your own style guide template, or what your own style guide document will do is it will allow you to keep your internet presence at least up to date very easily. If I have a short, a medium, and a long bio, then I can go whip it out of this, copy, paste, and update it into a new one. If I find a new directory or something to get into, same thing. I go to the right place, I pull the logos I need, I pull the copy that I need, I pull the background images appropriate for whatever the website is that I'm going to get into. And a little bit of organization will go a long way. The quote on the bottom is 100% awesome. Not the best, but the best known agents win today. You can be the most locally competent guy in the world. If they don't know that you're out there, you're not winning. So I began my internet presence with a similar setup as the 87% of real estate agents that won't renew their license a second time. Email, a domain, IDX integration into it. And today it's grown into something a little bit more with lead generation tools and CRM tools. I got multiple CRMs are like, they're like Porsche cars. One is too many and two's not enough. So I am currently, I had this was a bonus here's a free CRM. It does all kind of great stuff. It's called KV Core. It does IDX integration and you can have your domain name respond to the web template that you can develop very quickly in here. So I did that, and I completely ignored KV Core as a CRM for the first year. Completely ignored it. I did have a very nice IDX page that nobody would find or use. I did create my own email domain because, having had bad experiences of having to, unexpectedly leave brokerages for various reasons when they closed up in the middle of the night or whatever. I want my email in my control 100% of the time. So I did do that. And then I made a pitiful internet presence for EdHooksJr.com. Omnipresence and attracting attention. We really want to do that. And most of these things are free. And it drives me crazy to see agents that will have profiles out on the internet with the silhouette placeholder image instead of a headshot that's reasonably current. I don't want people looking at me like I'm an alien whenever I show up with my headshot from 1994 when I had more head and thinner face or whatever. So complete profiles everywhere you can. Find your voice and don't be afraid to put it out there. Organize and maintain your assets so that you can keep them current, or that you can hand them off to someone else so that they can be kept current by someone else. If they're organized into an asset inventory, you can do that. You're going to need to capture your essence on video and audio and copy, and you're going to chop it and put it out as many channels as you possibly can, as consistently and regularly as you can. You want to look like you're everywhere. So I'm just in the early stages of this now, and I got 2 pages of search results for unique sites. And every one of them, you can find my phone number or my email on very easy. Anybody can't find me to call me is a spam bot. They're just, they found me accidentally somewhere else. So the goal of becoming search engine opportunity to get out there. The more ways you can, the better. Riches and niches. Everybody has got a specialty, and everybody's going to be successful in whatever area of interest that they have and what geography they're in. And you want to be on the lookout for opportunities. The .real estate domain from the folks, I think it's at realtor.com. They came out with .realtor and .real estate domain, major domain levels. And one Sunday morning, I'm scrolling through my garbage emails in one of my 15 email boxes, and I find this, hey, we got these new .real estate. And I said, well, I wonder if my Castle Pines, city of Castle Pines is available, because then I could just have a domain that was called castlepines.real estate or Coral Gables.real estate or whatever, right? So now I'm thinking, search engines finds anybody searches Castle Pines real estate, boom, my site should come up. And so I bought it. So areas by product and by geography. You want to have, if you have multiple ranges of price points that you work on, then make sure you got a way to get a tool out there so you can address individually those people. Don't just put up the ugly, I do everything for everybody. You need to really focus on the people that you want to attract to talk to you. They can all talk to you, but knowing where they came through and how they found you is going to allow them to be better prepared to receive you. So areas, hobbies. I'm a Porsche Club member for a number of years. I love Porsche Club people. I love the cars. I love the community. We have a really big one here in the Front Range of Colorado and Denver. We have over 3,000 families now. They're all people of great demographics. So there are luxury marketing opportunities within that group. So I'm active there. Community activities like business networking events that are not necessarily only the chamber. Community activities is me creating my own leads group, as in BNI, without all of the mess and overhead of babysitting and doing their paperwork. Create your own BNI group and get community active in your community. The real estate agent is always the hub of that activity. I've been on public nonprofit boards. I was a past president of a historic society museum in my local town. Get out of your house. There's nobody coming into your office or your house to buy real estate today. Those days are gone. But get out and meet people. The more hands you shake, the more money you make. Finding your voice, sometimes you have to look at the bad news as good news, and I'm not creating news. I only report it. So one of the aspects of my brand development has been not being afraid to ask questions that will give insights into my personality and to my preferences. You won't find me posting political content, pushing this one or that one or the other one. I will ask questions. My personality comes through. And this, believe it or not, people will tell you that, I don't really want to share views about anything because half of the people might hate me. Well, I have news for you. 80% of the people won't buy from you anyway. So why not anchor in the 20% that will? And then I donate money to the local Porsche Club's High Gear magazine. I put a piece in there every month. So I got 3,000 people to get to look at my face. That's my billboard for the 2020s. All right, so let's get a little deeper into attraction marketing and how and why it works, or what the components are to making it work. Pillar one is nailing your offers. So nailing your offers means I'm going to be really clear on the people that I'm talking to, and I'm going to be clear on what their pain points are and what they are looking to do. Once I get that, that's going to be a segment of the population. Then I need to convert those. And then attracting attention is actually combined with the nail your offers. But you have to attract attention. People scrolling Facebook or Instagram, they need to be interrupted. That's interruption marketing. To interrupt them, you need to get their attention, and then you have to have a nail your offer that's going to talk to them whenever you do capture their attention briefly. Content marketing is where you show off your local expertise and knowledge. There are people out there making video content today, still doing it in a little bit of the older fashioned way, running around town talking about this business and that business and whatever like that. And that's not really the kind of content that you want people to be looking for. You want people to be looking for content that's relevant to your business, so you can share your opportunities for having knowledge that they will be comfortable with and will begin to trust you based on the content that you're putting out there. Database marketing is everybody's got a CRM. When you get people in, you want to use your database marketing to convert colder traffic to see if they're actually part of your 20% tribe. So that's 5 pillars of attraction. The 5 pillars of attraction I map out in my brand asset inventory worksheet. Again, I'm happy to share this Excel template for 2 reasons. One, I want to know what the hell is out there on the internet that I put out there. And if it involves a subscription, I want to make sure that it's serving one of the 5 pillars in attraction marketing. If I can't quantify it as a necessity in one of the 5 pillars of attraction marketing, well, I'm wasting my money and my time messing around with it. I do have a 0 brand overhead category as well as an R&D. But the idea is that you want to know what's out there, and you want to periodically revisit what it is, what's working, how's it happening? For example, one of the items in here is street text. And street text costs me a couple $1,000s a year to use it. It is an interface between myself and with an ad library that creates and posts ads to with automation into Facebook Ad Manager, so I don't have to touch Facebook Ad Manager for my real estate ads. Ad Manager is a terrible experience. I wouldn't wish it on anybody as a software developer. It gives me pain. Street text does offer value, and taking the street text cost of $2,000 a year plus about $300 a month that I allow ad run to run is good for 3 or 4x at least for me. My experience returns on my invested capital. And that's the reason that I want to know what I'm doing and what it costs and what the customer acquisition costs actually look like at the end, as well as the converted transaction costs for the sales volume that they can produce. So a little organization goes along. It does require an investment.
If you look at the average real estate agent, just the average and their average income, that one mistake, that one business practice, I think it sharpens your skills, puts you into conversations that only make you better. And in lieu of doing them, it's only you're deciding that I don't want to get better. And doing that, you'll be paid for, you're either going to be paid as an expert or you won't. And if you can't position yourself, articulate why someone should do business with you, then they should do business with you just because you can unlock a door, then you're going to be in for a very volatile real estate.
Volatile indeed. We need to invest ourselves, and the confidence level that rises as we make a little bit of an uncomfortable decision to make an investment in a platform that has worked for others, right? It worked. This thing worked for that guy over there, so it probably can work for me. But as you increase your risk tolerance for making a little investment, your confidence and your outward confidence is just going to shine through. It shines through to everybody. So imagine no limits. Abundant thinking is an investment payoff, not payments for a tool. So part of my investment is in tools. I've got a range of things. I started off with declared last year, 2022 was going to be the year of video. So I started with an iPhone and the iMovie platform for developing that. TubeBuddy is a search engine optimization tool that allows you to search for the right titles for your videos to put evergreen content out. Talk a little bit more about YouTube in a minute. Ecamm Live is a great production tool that I use I can use it to do anything from making a podcast, interview style podcast, to I can just use it to add some quality to the production of a neighborhood explainer video, or why you want to live here, why living in Castle Rock, and whatever like that. It gives me a production capability over and above just the basic editing. And then I use Filmora Wondershare from Wondershare as my editing platform. For the minute, I'm moving very rapidly towards I will shoot video content and I'm going to outsource the editing. And now we have AI. AI is everywhere. AI is actually built into Ecamm, and AI is built into Filmora, and AI is built into Loom, and just AI is coming everywhere. That's awesome. AI is leverage, and I can respect that. Otter AI is an interesting tool. I use that to strip audio out so I can have an audio only version of a video podcast that I filmed. It also produces transcripts. So if you need to have copy to put in, the transcript copy to put into your podcast feed very quickly, is the hardest part of uploading the video. And Opus Clips, this is another one. So we can I take my podcast and I run it through the free trial Opus Clip right now, and it will spit out clips ready for Instagram. It will go through, it will listen to the video and it will pull out pieces and it frames up the speakers so that it can be posted on Instagram or those kind of social channels. It's amazing software. Pay to play. Buying leads, don't be buying leads. I'm not going to prescribe that you go buy Zillow leads. If you go buy Zillow leads, then good luck. All Zillow leads suck. You don't want to be doing them. But you will have an area of expertise that will fit into one of the funnel types on the funnel slide I'll show you pretty soon. And using paid marketing tools like Street Text will greatly stabilize and improve your deal flow if it's not 100% attraction marketing value, right? So it has a great deal of influence on me because it's my Facebook feed with my picture and my voice and my copy that's in there, and I choose 99% of the time I will choose the picture that comes with the ad that goes out to Facebook, while Street Text does all the ugly work. List Reports is an interesting tool. It costs very little or nothing. It is a tool that allows me to produce, like, for sale by owner single property websites. I use it for my MLS sale website as well. List Reports is largely sponsored by loan officers, because whenever it prints out an open house flyer for you for a listing, the single property listing that you created, it'll have the loan officer that's co-branded with you on there. Homebot is one of the best automated valuation systems, I believe, that's out there, particularly as far as nurturing a potential seller lead. Homebot also has now a buyer interface, so you can have buyers shop through the Homebot interface. They can do searches, and you don't even have to connect it to your MLS. They have their own data that they're pulling from to show listings, which is kind of cool. My father lived in New Orleans, Louisiana area for some time. I went to see him for a surgery. He had a surgery and I went down there and spent a week with him. I ran a Street Text ad for 36 hours in his town for a home valuation ad using Street Text native capabilities. I have no MLS there, and using Homebot. I had 30 seller leads within 36 hours using Street Text, and they're all marinating now in Homebot. Back to List Reports for just a moment. The coolest thing is that I use their text to lead code setup, which is, actually, there's two very cool things. One is the text to lead code. So if you see one of my signs, there's a number, it says text 411 for Ed to this 800 number. And what happens is I will get the lead information from your phone, and you will get a link that says, click here for more information about this property. And it will present to you the house that is, or the listing that is geographically closest to where that inquiry came from. So I can have one yard sign and put it all over town. And if they drive by that sign, then they'll get the listing show up in their phone for the one they're sitting in front of. Also, List Report shows, and this is across the country as well, it will show conveniences nearby the listing, schools and about the schools and near the listing, the outdoor activities around the listing, and neighborhood eats. And my MLS doesn't come close to providing any of this kind of information, but all of my listings enjoy having that because of List Reports. So text 411 for Ed, 800 number, and you will get a listing near you. Events and coaching. So part of investing in ourselves is being around people that are having success. They just announced that our annual convention in Vegas is October 2nd. I've already got my ticket for that. I'm going to be there because people that are there are the people that are succeeding. The top 20% will be at these kinds of events, whether they're just industry-wide or local brokerages or whatever like that. Success leaves clues. Follow them, and don't hesitate to ask somebody how they did something or how they're doing something. If they won't tell you, then go find somebody else to ask, because there are people out there that will help. Ask me. I can always render an opinion. I've seen a lot of stuff. SEO and funnels. So video makes the world of SEO sing. and we were in there. I started a year of video last year. I've increasing my pace on that. I need to do better this year. The reason that SEO and video are so closely bound together is because Google owns YouTube. YouTube is a search engine. Google's a search engine. If you have a web page that's going to be crawled by the Google search engine, then you want to have some YouTube videos on your page, because that'll increase the ranking organically without paying any special SEO wizards to make your stuff better. And YouTube is evergreen lead generation opportunities. People will watch your content. They will become to know you. And when they call you, they will feel like they know you, and you will not know them from Adam's house cat.
I think most agents will probably experience this. That if you tried Facebook ads before and it didn't work, there's so many things you could do to improve upon an ad, and the call to action, what you're saying, the image in the ad, all of what your offer is. All those things can dramatically change the impact. Also, the speed of response, one of the most important things. You're 106 times more likely to reach somebody if you call them in the first 5 minutes versus in the first 30 minutes. So if we can create through automation and technology a way that happens automatically, it's just going to help you increase their conversion.
So Facebook ads don't work. They don't work at all. Facebook ads leads suck. Blah blah blah. I've been there. And one of the things, if you don't get anything else out of this visit today and watching my program, write this down and pay attention to this. The ad in the middle of the screen that you see right now, it says, see all available attainable new construction in Arapahoe. You see 3 copies of the exact same ad with the exact same copy that are all put out with the street text system. They ask you whenever you create an ad. I created the ad. I influenced the copy. I picked the image that I wanted to put for this new construction ad. And they say, how many you want to put in? You can put as many as you want. If you start with 3 of the exact same ad, you will get 3 different result sets from Facebook. One of them will spend money and get you 0 leads. One will give you a low cost per lead, and probably most of the leads will come through that. And then the second one will be somewhere in between. So I start up 3 Facebook ads for the exact same thing. No A/B testing and all that bullshit. Just 3 exactly the same thing. You put it out, you watch it for 24 hours, and then you pare it down. So I start off with, if I'm starting off with an $8 per day limit on each of them, that looks like $24 a day, but it's not. It won't spend that much in the first day while it's learning. And then by day 2, I'm down to the one that's working. I will have shut off the other 2. So knock 3 times. Marketing with funnels. So funnels, how we found each other today. They're also how you can increase your listings, increase your buyers. They're simple. It's nothing magical about it, but the leveraging of automation and the organization of sales funnels is where we are today in state of technology. One of these, 8 funnel types plus the new construction funnel. One of these will work for you wherever you're located. If you're near the waterfront, you might try a waterfront funnel. If you're not near the waterfront, you should try a new construction funnel, if you have any new construction at all. And if those 2 aren't available to you, then you want to look at a list of all the homes within a price bracket, right? All the homes for 400s or all the homes for 600s or whatever like that. Those 3 funnels will drag traffic in. If you're near the waterfront, 80% of the people are probably not going to buy that waterfront property, but they will buy something from you. Get their attention, and you reel them in with your automation and your CRM drips. Got to have funnels. Traffic conversions. So I use some fairly extensive automation in mine because I'm lazy and I don't like to make mistakes typographically or wearing out my copy and paste button on the mouse. My ultimate destination today is a CRM like KV Core or any of the other ones, Boomtown. They all work. Every CRM works. I even have a Street Text even has its own CRM inside it for automation. So I use street text ads, and I use KV Core to touch that cold traffic over time. That's leveraging 80% of my time that I would be screwing around with people that are not going to do business with me, right? 20% of people do business with me, 80% will not for some reason. I want to get them in the top of the funnel, let the CRM sort them out with drips. They'll stop, they'll go away, they'll cancel the text messaging, but they'll keep consuming the email messaging. Right. So you're dripping attention and knowledge and personality on them. Don't use just the basic canned scripts that are in there. Inject video content fairly frequently. Things happen, news happens, the rates are doing this, the taxes are doing that. There's always opportunities to talk about real estate in your area. So get the camera out, make a little message, and blast it out to your top most 250 recent leads, and just try and get a conversation going. There's also several like one-liners that you can drop into the text and or email. So have you given up on that waterfront home in Fort Lauderdale or Hollywood or whatever, right? The simple questions like that, you will get text responses from people that, well, maybe not. Or, yeah, they have. If they opt out, that's time I get back. If they express interest, well, then they're getting a step closer to running to me for help whenever they're ready to make a move. It's on their time, not mine. The goal is creating a warm contact. So in closing skills also, we've got, so know your tribe. 20% of the people will do business only with you. This is just the math of sales. They will, as long as you're doing business, they will do business with you. There'll be 50% of the people that already have somebody's tribe that they're in. And it doesn't matter if they know, like, and trust you, they're not going to do business with you because I'm with Ed. And then there's 30% of the people that are beyond human aid, and those we just kind of wish them the best. We get people to like us by being interested in them and solving their problems. Get deep into their motivation as quickly as possible. That way you'll figure out if they're motivated and qualified or just dreaming about it. And when you got their motivation, you keep the motivation in front of them. We're going to get to that goal, that real estate goal. Every time it's calling to remind you that we're supposed to be doing this to get ready to get to that goal. And then trust, certainty, and contribution. Your content consistently captured and chopped up on all of your internet social presences. And then the first three areas, you should be able to have traction in, I would say, 30 to 60 days. You should be making meaningful traction. You're not going to get into the really being known widely on the internet in 60 days, but using some paid pointed marketing judiciously within 60 days, you should start to see some stabilization of what looks like a pipeline. And then we're going to go become known.
Whether you're new to real estate or you're a seasoned vet, if you're not generating business consistently, turning strangers into clients, creating a value proposition can change your business overnight. Warren Buffett's famous for saying 50% of your success is your ability to articulate your durable competitive advantage, why someone should do business with you over all alternatives. And the question is do you have a value proposition? Do you have a value proposition for buyers? Do you have a value proposition for getting more listings? Or do you have a value proposition for recruiting agents to your team? Regardless of whether you're a solo agent, whether you're a team owner, or you're a real estate broker, regardless, whoever your client is, they're looking for solutions in the marketplace to their problems, or they're looking for desired outcomes. That could be finding their dream home at a discount price. That could be finding a real estate brokerage with a smaller split, or possibly offering ownership, or it could be a buyer that's looking for the best interest rate. Bottom line, consumers, when they're looking to solve problems, a lot of the times go online, and that's where they're introduced to marketing messages. If you have a strong value proposition, when the consumer comes into contact with your marketing material, they're going to pick it up. It's going to stop them dead in their tracks, and they're going to say, well, how does that work? And today, that's what we're going to talk about. Hey, everybody, it's Michael.
So everybody's searching for answers, content going out with your certainty and clarity about the business that you're in is what they're looking for and what they need this time in history more than ever. Not just I love me nonsense. Video is going to get attention. So you want to be using all these free things and then start investing time into producing videos. the video content, and we have several video programs available to us that can help you focus on your area, your locale, that will put the right video messaging out there. Video search is YouTube. You want to have people, you want to search, have the keywords that people are searching pop up in the lists. You want to have thumbnails that are going to encourage them to click on the link. Content that's of value and not overly long, but not overly short either. People do consume longer form content. Some of the most successful YouTube folks right now are in the 15 to 25 minute range on their video links, because people, whenever they're looking for answers, they will pay attention for longer. If you throw 90-second shorts out there, you TikTok, every rush to TikTok, I feel like that's largely a waste of time unless you're using that to direct them to some content that's valuable in long form on YouTube. And then video podcasting. Video podcasting is an opportunity to put more of your knowledge, skill, and expertise out onto the internet. It adds to the search engine. If I search my name, more pages of information come up with each month that goes by, and more podcasts get out there. It also gives me an opportunity to level myself up with people that are maybe ahead of me significantly in the becoming known space. If I can get onto your podcast and you're already crushing it as an icon level real estate broker, well, I've just elevated myself by asking you questions to make you feel good. So video podcasting, which then gets stripped out to audio podcasting, which gets syndicated out to different places, and your message will spread farther and wider. Voice is the bomb. One of the other features of my past few years was when the social audio apps came on the scene. There are social audio apps like Clubhouse. Twitter's even going into Twitter Spaces to try and test the social audio space. Social audio is a great place for collaboration. Have people listen to your voice and your knowledge and your experience and your confidence and clarity on the mission and the objective that you're covering. So voice is king. It really is. Going live on Instagram, talking about a topic, going live in Facebook, talking about a topic, voicemail messages, the ringless voicemail messages are something that we use quite a bit in our CRM drip programs. People will connect with your audience. Expanding your network. As I said, through podcasting, I'm using podcasting to collaborate with folks that are professionals. $1 million follow-up book in the middle of the screens from Coach Michael Burt. He was instrumental in my education, but he is out coaching people that are in all of the spaces that I want to find interesting for my mobile app, for example, Expect My Call. So I'm collaborating with him. Well, that's exposing me to his network of folks, which is tremendous. So I'm going to do some affiliate work with him. Joel Berg, First Direct Marketing, he can put a geo fence around the Miami Heat's game tonight and get your advertising on people's phone. Barbara Majeski is an amazing lady. She's on morning TV in New York, and I had her on a podcast. She's direct sales. She's also got a tremendous network. Expanding your network, collaborate with people that are doing things ahead of you and getting out there. And then the last thing, I'm right now, I'm in a boot camp with the folks at That One. I have all the tools in place now to do what I needed to do to attract people to come into my program today, but it's marketing. I can market to anybody for any reason now. I have the knowledge of how to create the killer offers, how to attract attention, how to create the killer offers. I know how to convert cold traffic. I just got to talk to them, and the network's expanding. I'm on my way, becoming a celebrated agent. AI is here. It's a buzzword for the most part right now. But it's going to integrate in everything. You don't need to rush out and buy a Chat GPT subscription to do it, but I wouldn't discourage you from buying a month of it and just creating a year's worth of content ideas. One of the documents I'm happy to share is that I created a conversation with ChatGPT-4 to create a series on luxury that could be then also chopped up for a blog post that would then also be able to ask it also to chop it up for a Instagram post series. So you can actually develop a lot of ideas really quickly that you need to go back then and take the time to make them your own, put your own insights and personalities into them. Wrapping up, for you, I'm going to predict that attracting clients with a personal brand will be a game changer. You're going to capture and share your essence coming from contribution. You're going to chop and modify that content that's captured and distributed across platforms consistently. You're going to keep capturing and chopping up content because people fret frequently about, well, what am I going to post? What am I going to talk about? Well, if you're a full-time professional in real estate, there's always something going on. So find your voice and get it out there. For me, attracting clients with a personal brand has been a game changer. Do you believe that you could do better with a personal brand? I'm not going to sell you a lead generation system, I promise. If my team was willing to help you create your brand to build a consistent business, would you consider having our help? If you said yes, why would you? So there's good news and bad news. No matter what your current or desired business stage on our 8 stages of real estate development, if you're a new agent, if you want to build a team, if you want to expand into other markets, I have a program for you. We can help you
I
build
didn't
your
sign
brand.
up for this to help you, whether you were only at EXPi. I signed up to help you in your business, and that's what I'm about. So my hope is that it's not, the pasture's not greener on the other side, and that we provide so much value that you can't imagine not coming back. But I'm not going to stop trying to help them. That is leadership. That is how you retain agents. That's how you get people to come back. There's no way I'm going to treat that person poorly when they leave, because I don't believe what they're doing is best for them. Even if she feels like she has to do it, I'm going to let her go fail, and I'm going to bring her back, and I'm going to help her the whole entire time. And nobody else is going to try to help her more than I do. And that is how I'm going to treat every person that we bring into this company.
As Jay says, I'm not going to sell you a coaching program. Our coaching program is actually free. What we're offering to do is partner with like-hearted agents and not charge them a dime. We want to help people build a business that's a real business. And if you'd like to know more about that, we should have a strategy call. No cost, no obligation, but you would have to commit to becoming a celebrated agent. Agentstrategycall.com is where you can sign up for that. I would also invite you to pop into one of our Monday masterminds. So expectmycall.info. FFM invites is a link to get that, or you can reach out to me and I'll make sure you get the password and the Zoom link. Some circle dialing tools, step up your follow-up to legendary. Hit expectmycall.info. I will add prospecting for $1 for a lifetime for your subscription. That's a $35 a month is what the prospecting level application costs. Brand asset inventory, style guide templates are available to you for free. All you have to do is ask for them. And I'm hoping you're going to end your recession with greater market share without doing creepy sales stuff, using attraction marketing. If you're a real estate agent and wants more from your business, we invite you to partner with us and implement proven production strategies with the support of real estate industry titans.